Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video we'll be continuing with our Medeco mini series. This time we'll be looking at the Medeco M3. So this is like the second newest iteration of the Medecos. So here's our key, it says M3 here, and this time we have the eagle graphic on the keyboard. So this particular one is with 5 pins. So when you compare it to the biaxial, there's not too much change when it comes to the key pins, but there is one extra element that is used. I don't know if it's for picking protection, because I seriously doubt it. And you can see that there is like a protrusion on the side of the key, so that will be interacting with our new element in the lock. So there's the key, here's the housing, the sidebar groove on the right side. This is our plug, so the keyway has changed for sure. It's much more open, as you can see. There is some wording that does not start like right away at the front of the lock, but it goes deeper. But there is some wording, but it's really minimal. Here is our sidebar slot, and this is the new element. So this is essentially like a little, little slider thing. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This is like a little slider thing that protrudes into the keyway. This will be awkward. Okay, did it work? Sorry. So this slider, you can see the action, it moves back and forth, and it's spring loaded, so it's pushing here. And in the keyway it looks like this, is like a small knob on the bottom right of the keyway. And what it does is that it actually, you can see here are two protrusions of this slider, this one and this one, and they block these two slots for the sidebar prongs at positions 2 and 3. And if I move this slider, you can see that these prongs move as well. So that's the function of this slider. So basically during picking you just push on it and that's all. Okay, so what's interesting, that this particular plug is countermilled. I think it's pretty well visible now. Every chamber except for 3 is countermilled, so this is a 5-pin Medeco, so essentially 4 chambers out of 5 are countermilled. This is smooth, so that's cool. And because there's barrel countermilling, we of course have some barrel spools. So these are essentially the same like the ASA barrels. I don't see much difference. Maybe the diameter is different, but they function exactly the same like the ASA barrels. And we have 4 of them, and also one standard. Okay, so that's just a standard driver. And the key pins are same like in the biaxial, so that means chiseled tips with through gates on their sides and rotation limiters on the opposite of the through gate. So yeah, we also have a couple of these. I think these are called like the ARX key pins. You can see that the through gate does not extend completely to the bottom of the key pin, and it prevents some decoding attacks. This is our sidebar, which is essentially almost the same like in other Medecos, but there is a slot for what I think is the slider thingy. So the picking process is essentially the same like in the biaxial or in the original. Usually going counterclockwise makes the rotations of the key pins bind first, so you need to rotate them so all of them expose their through gates to the sidebar. After that you can try pushing on the slider, and if you get a nice rotation, you know that you are done with the key pins, and it's just a matter of lifting the drivers to shear, which is, I have to say, not that easy because of these barrels. And these barrels actually bite pretty hard. I guess the milling is not worn and the tolerances are pretty good. So I had a lot of fun with picking this one. Alright, so the tools I used are this very thick, I think it's 2mm pry bar on Sparrows and one of the Moki picks. This is the rounded one, which I used for rotating and lifting. Right, I guess that's all there is to say. So let's go ahead and get this lock picked. Alright, here we go. It works. Let's rake this guy a little bit. Okay, that should do it. And we'll go counterclockwise again and check the rotations first. So 5 is clicky, 4 is clicky after I rotated it a little, 3 is definitely not clicky, oh, it sounds a little better. Okay, I'll come back to him. 1 feels good, 2 is clicky, 3 not too sure. Okay, that sounds better. Okay, let's check again. 5 is good, 4 is good, 3 I guess is good. So let's try to lift him. Okay, click out of 3. Okay, still clicking, so that's good. Okay, let me try to push the slider. Okay, nice click there, a little bit of rotation. So hopefully this means that we have the rotations correct. And now it's time to pick the drivers. Okay, so 5. Some weird feedback on him, didn't like it. 4. Okay, click there, and it's springy. 1 and 2 is blending. Click there. Another, and more rotation. Okay, 4. I think it's springy. What about 1? 1 is springy now. 2 as well. 3. Okay, I think something is binding. Yeah, it's 3. Okay. Okay, click there, but I dropped a lot of stuff. 2, for example. 9. I will try to lift 2. Okay, click there, rotation. And 2 seems to be good now. 1. Okay. The plug is moving. I don't know if you see it, but that means that the driver is grabbing the milling, and that means it's binding, so I'll push 1 up. Okay, click there. See, now it's not doing anything. So 1 is good, 2 is good, 3 is good, 4 should be good, yes. 5. I feel like 5. Okay, click on 5. Now it's fine, maybe I dropped something in the front. Let's look for the plug. Okay. It looks like 2 is grabbing the plug. But I'll check 1 first. Can be quite tricky with these barrels. Can click on 2. And now 1 should be good. 2, 3, 4, I don't know. Okay, 5, maybe still binding, I think. Okay, click there. Perfect. That opens up. So let's cut this bad boy. Okay, switch focus and a bit of angle adjustment, I guess. Alright, I got some tools in here. Okay, so we have some nice grab screws from factory here. So I think we can... Actually, I will just cut it like this. Okay, so that's 5. Oops. 4. Standard. There's 3. Another barrel. Okay. Two goes here. And 1. Oops. Okay. And now I think only need to get the plug out so I can see some Phillips screws in here. So let me grab this. Hopefully there will be no surprises. Alright. Okay. And I'll grab the key just in case. Should be a sidebar. Yes, there is. Okay, and something fell out. I'm not sure what is this. I will. Okay, it's half moon pieces. I feel like I saw them before. It's the first time I got in this lock. Alright, so we have our sidebar. Let me just carefully. Okay. There it is. Both of the springs look intact. And where's the slider? Oh, I see it now. Slider is here. grab it. I mean, I should be able to, right? Oh, it's like this. Oof, that was close. Look where the spring landed. Okay, hopefully I will be able to put it back together. And yeah, there's our plug. So there's milling everywhere except for chamber 3. Remind me of the SL6K. And I think we have everything out. So we can give you a close up. And I will deal with these half moon pieces later. Okay, so there's our pins and key and etc. All the parts and the housing, of course. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video on the Medeco M3, and see you soon with the last of the Medeco videos, the M4, which is coming soon, TM. Alright, bye.